Yo, what is good, y'all? It's your boy Ty, back here with another video. In this video today, we are going to be ranking the top 10 power forwards in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM. One thing to note is I looked over this list very carefully because I know I missed Paul George on the small forward list, but I looked over this list very, very carefully. The power forward position is so weak. So these are only primary power forwards, and it's tough because 10 through 5, they could be replaceable. They could be switched around. It's super tough, but this is my list. So these are my opinions. So drop your comments down below after you watch the video on what you would have changed, because I like hearing your guys' opinions as well. If you are new to the channel and have not yet, please smash the subscribe button as you're on the road to 35,000 subscribers. And let's hop in to number 10 on my list. Coming in at number 10 is Billy Cunningham. Now, this is a guy I've never used, and I don't want to ever use this card, to be honest with you. 6'6", 6'9" wingspan, 22 gold badges. Does have a hot spot from that left corner. His 73 ball is an absolute killer, because if you have a 73 ball, you're not going to be able to shoot the ball very well. He does have an 84 midi, a great driving dunk at a 99, 77 ball, and a 75 speed with a 72 lateral quickness. No real badges to really love. He does have a lot of finishing badges, a couple of defensive badges, but there's nothing to really love about this card. I mean, there's really not with his stats, badges. I was debating whether even to put him on the list, but I think just because he's solely a diamond and because I haven't used him yet, it's hard for me to judge, especially with his 99 driving dunk tendency. How am I supposed to judge a card when he could be dunking on everybody? I don't really know. 6, he does have that Blake Griffin type release, which I didn't mind last year. Pro 1 tween, Pro 1 moving behind the back, which I don't even know who else has those dribble 6 or what they really are. They're not anything to note because they're not any of the top dribble 6 in the game. Does have that LeBron type layup package, but I think Billy Cunningham does have the potential maybe to dunk on everybody, and that's why I did put him on this list. I'm still not exactly sure how good this card is because I've never used him. I don't think he is that good. He comes in at number 10 on my top 10 power forward list. Coming in at number 9 on my top 10 power forward list is Danielle Marshall. And the fact that he even made the list shows you that the power forward position is very weak. Danielle is 6'9", 7 foot wingspan, has cold spots from both the right and left hash, but does have that hot spot from the left corner. 83 3 ball, bad driving dunk, bad ball handle, low speed with a low lateral quickness. You know what this Danielle Marshall is going to give you. He's going to give you a guy that is going to shoot the ball at a very elite level and a few inside interior defensive badges. Other than that, he's not going to give you much. He is a great shooter though, and that's why he's on the list at 6'9" with a 7 foot wingspan. 83 3 ball and a ton of shooting badges. Tendency wise, nothing to really look at here. Jump shot 9. I don't really remember exactly what it is, but I do remember when I used Danielle Marshall, I was making a lot of his shots. At the time, I was using the shot stick though. Haven't really played with Danielle using X or square. But what I will say is that Danielle Marshall is going to give you a power forward at 6'9" that can shoot lights out. That's what he's going to give you. You know that getting Danielle Marshall. He's very similar, in my opinion, to a Luis Scola type card, who we will see a little bit later on this list. Danielle Marshall is very serviceable, coming in at number 9 on my top 10 power forward list. Coming in at number 8 on my top 10 power forward list is Ruby Rashard Lewis, a guy that I personally don't love, but there's no denying what he's going to give you. Hot spots from everywhere on the perimeter, 84 3 ball, 75 driving dunk, 78 ball, and a 74 speed. 57 lateral quickness is something that I don't like at all. Shooting wise, he does have 6 gold badges, 2 gold finishing badges, but badge wise, he's not going to be that great. And defensively, he doesn't have anything. You know what he's going to give you with that Duncan Robinson from last year type release. If you know, you know. Kind of a bad release that I don't like. With the shot stick, it was fine, but I can't imagine using square X with it. Driving dunk tendency is a 95, but set shot 4. Not good at all. All normal dribble 6. I wouldn't say I love Rashard Lewis, but like I've said with the past 2, power forward position is just so weak. It's very tough to rank guys like Rashard. He is serviceable, kind of like the guy we saw before. Coming in at number 8 on my top 10 power forward list. Coming in at number 7 is another guy I had no clue where to put this guy. Dennis Rodman, 6'7", 6'10" wingspan. No clue where to put him. No clue. The thing is, with the shoe, coach, and floor general, he gets into the low 70s, so you can hit shots with him on the unlimited type sliders, but there's no reason to run this card. He's going to be an inconsistent shooter, but on the defensive end, he's going to be serviceable enough. Defensive end, he's going to be good. No doubt about it. 62 3-ball, 80 driving dunk. Can't handle the ball. 78 speed with an 83 lateral quickness. Looking at his interior defense. Very, very good. Putback boss on goal with 3 other bronze badges. But just look at his defensive badges. I mean, all interior defensive badges basically are on Hall of Fame. Has 5 gold badges with 2 on silver as well. No, he doesn't come with clamps, pick dodge, or pickpocket though. So as far as a perimeter defender, he's not that good. He's not like the PG type level on the perimeter, and he can't shoot the ball. At only 6'7", I think that limits his value, especially at the power forward position. And hopping into his tendencies here, 60, 65 driving dunk, 26 on ball steal, like set shot 17, basic dribble 6. What is he giving you? Honestly, what is Dennis Rodman giving you? There's no chance I'd ever lock him in, but he still comes in at number 7 on my top 10 power forward list. Coming in at number 6 on my top 10 power forward list is Anthony Davis. You guys see the cold zones from 3 out of 5 spots around the perimeter with only a hot zone in the left corner. 6'10", 7'5" wingspan. Can we talk about AD from that left corner hot spot? Hey man, there's a reason he has it there. It's kind of right there in between the left corner and left hash. But hey man, he drilled it and he said Kobe. Anthony Davis, 73 ball, has a decent enough driving dunk at a 79, 72 speed, 71 lateral quickness, a lot of silver badges with some on bronze. I wouldn't say I'm very consistent shooting the ball with Anthony Davis, and even when somebody runs Anthony Davis, I kind of let them shoot it as much as they want. But on the defensive end, as far as a versatile power forward, Anthony Davis is exactly that. Has those 23 silver badges with 9 on bronze. A very, very just versatile power forward. 75 driving dunk tendency, 90 shot contest, 50 on ball steal tendency. Has an 80 type release, which I don't know how I feel about that. I don't really like his dribble 6 at all either. But Anthony Davis, you're not going to be dribbling with him. Hopefully he stands in that left corner, and that's about all. That's about the only thing he does on offense. And defensively, hopefully he can make an impact. Anthony Davis is just the epitome of a serviceable power forward, coming in at number 6 on my top 10 power forward list. Coming in at number 5 on my top 10 power forward list is Luis Scola, 6'9", 7-foot wingspan. Hot spots from both of the corners. I have mixed feelings about Luis. I really, truly do. 1 Hall of Fame badge, 8 on gold, 5 silver with 3 on bronze. He does have that 79 3-ball, which is good enough. 65 driving dunk, can't handle the ball at all. 53 speed with a 51 lateral quickness. Super slow, not going to be able to move very well on the defensive end. As far as interior defense and rebounding, he has some of those badges, which are very, very important. And it does have some interior finishing badges as well. Shooting wise, you do see that bronze corner specialist on Luis, but there's nothing really to look at with this card. He's going to give you a decent enough shooter, but that's about it. Interior defense is obviously decent enough as well, but I'm just not a huge fan of this card. 85 driving dunk tendency, 68 on ball steal tendency. Has a decent enough release from what I've seen with Luis, but I just think there's better cards for their value than this Luis Scola. Now, he is pretty cheap, but I just can't ever see myself using this card in a comp type setting. Still though, he is better than a Dennis Rodman in my opinion, which makes Luis Scola number 5 on my top 10 power forward list. Another tough one to rank for me was Pink Diamond Jermaine ONeal. He comes in at number 4 on my top 10 power forward list. To me, the top 3 in my opinion are obviously better than Jermaine ONeal. Jermaine has a hot spot from that left corner. 3 Hall of Fame badges, 13 gold, 6'11", 7'3" wingspan, 75 3-ball, 75 driving dunk, 90 standing dunk. Speed is a 65 with a 34. You heard it right. A 34 lateral quickness. What are you going to do on the court if you have a 34 lateral quickness? If I'm going against a Jermaine ONeal, he's going to be involved in the pick and roll every single possession. 5 finishing badges. Has that gold catch and shoot, which is a very, very important badge. Post spin technician and gold break starter. Defense wise, does have that Hall of Fame brick wall, which is a very, very important badge, as well as a Hall of Fame moving truck. But for me, I've never ran Jermaine ONeal, but that lateral quickness scares the living everything out of me. I don't know if I could ever use a card with that. 95 driving dunk tendency, as well as 100 standing dunk tendency, 68 on ball steal tendency, set shot 17. I don't know if that's the wilt type release or what release that really is. It's going to be interesting to see. Obviously, he's not going to be able to dribble at all. The one thing I will say about Jermaine is that 65 speed rating is not bad. It's not terrible. But still, when you compare him, I'd probably run him at center. And when you compare him to a George Mikan, I don't even think he's comparable. With that being said, Jermaine ONeal is still at the power forward position, is one of the top guys in this game at the moment. He comes in at number 4 on my top 10 power forward list. Coming in at number 3 on my top 10 power forward list is one of the most underrated guys in the game. 6'6" Dave DeBusschere, 6'9" wingspan, hot spots from 3 out of 5 places from around the perimeter. Does have that 76 3 ball. I'd like to see that a little bit higher with the shoe and coach that is going to get boosted into the low 80s. Does have an 85 driving dunk. His speed with ball is super low, but you're not going to be handling the ball with Dave that much anyway. 69 speed, 84 lateral quickness. And just when you compare the badges, he's better than Jermaine ONeal. There's no doubt about it. The only thing Jermaine ONeal has is the height. That's really it. Everything else Dave DeBusschere does better. Has gold clamps, pick dodger, pickpocket, as well as tireless defender. If you're looking for a guy to maybe even put on the opposing point guard, Dave DeBusschere is not that bad. Now, I would recommend putting a speed shoe, maybe a coach with the speed to get that in the upper 80s. But other than that, Dave DeBusschere is a true lockdown defender. Hopping into the tendencies, 49 all-ball steal tendency isn't what you love to see, but that 90 driving dunk tendency is very noticeable. Jump shot 26 isn't bad. I'm not that green with Dave, but I haven't used the card enough to be that green. Normal 2 behind the back. You guys know it behind the back. That is, I don't need to tell you, Giannis behind the back. Dave DeBusschere, in my opinion, is a very underrated card. He is my current power forward on my team. He comes in at number 3 on my top 10 power forward list. Coming in at number 2 on my top 10 power forward list is the Greek freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo. 6'11", 7'4" wingspan, cold spots from both those hashes, but if you ever take a 3 from those hashes with Giannis, I don't know what you are doing. 65 3 ball. That hurts a lot. Like a lot. That kills his value quite a bit, but if you do, get that into the low 70s, he might be able to green a little bit more if you get corner specialist, maybe a catch and shoot on him. Does have the 82 driving dunk, 79 ball handle, 73 speed ball, 75 speed, but his legs feels way faster with a 75 lateral quickness. And as far as just a complete player, look at all the badges he has. Now, a lot of these are obviously silver and bronze, but he does have a ton. He does come with just a ton of badges. Obviously, a lot of these are upgradable. I don't know how the badge system really works yet. But just as a base card, there is no doubt. I prefer Giannis at center, but he can hold his own. He has a good enough strength, good enough speed. As I would prefer him at center, but that's my personal opinion. I have trouble guarding this Giannis card just because of his speed, versatility, all of that. I personally love Giannis Antetokounmpo. There's just one guy higher than him, in my opinion. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in at my number 2 power forward in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM. Coming in as my top power forward right now in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM is 91 overall Bailey Howell. 6'7", 6'9", wingspan, 1 Hall of Fame badge, 16 golds, 11 silvers with 3 bronze badges. Howell does come with an 83 ball, which is pretty good, especially given that he does have that Trey Burke base, the T-Mac type release. Also has that 80 driving dunk, 69 ball handle, 76 speed with a 74 lateral quickness. Good rebounding stats. The one thing I notice is perimeter defense isn't great, so that's why I prefer playing him at that power forward position. But as far as just versatility, finishing wise, he is very elite. Now he's not super fast, but around the rim, he is going to be a very good finisher. Shooting wise, does have that catch and shoot hot zone hunter. So from the left corner, he is going to be knocked down every single time. I would recommend putting corner specialist on the card if you can. Does have the gold bailout, silver break start, as well as bronze post spin technician, gold intimidator, very big badge, as well as silver clamps post move lockdown trapper with 2 defensive bronze badges. Tendency wise, does have that 80 driving dunk tendency, as well as that 78 all ball steal tendency. 6-wise Trey Burke release, very smooth, very greenable release. Does have the Pro 3 moving crossover with the Pro 1 behind the back. Not great dribble 6, but they're usable. They're decent enough. And listen, as far as just kind of a guy that you can play at power forward, trust to knock down the open jumper, as well as play pretty good defense, a good slasher, Bailey Howell can do it all. Now, who would I compare him to? Richard Jefferson. If Richard Jefferson was a primary power forward, I don't know who I'd have higher, but I love Bailey Howell. He comes in at my number 1 power forward in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM. Alright, that is going to wrap it up for my top 10 power forwards in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Drop your comments down below. Who do I have too high? Who do I have too low? Is there anybody that I missed, such as I missed a Paul George in the small forward video? I apologize once again for that, guys. But drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love y'all, and have a blessed day.